Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. We're so happy that you're here with us today. It's always a pleasure to learn English together.
Hi everyone. It's great to be back. We've got another exciting lesson for you today, all about the word get.
That's right. My name is Rose, and I'm here with my wonderful co-host, James.
Yes, I'm James. We're thrilled that you're tuning in. Today, we're going to explore one of the most common and versatile verbs in English, get.
Before we get started, please subscribe to our channel. Your support really means a lot to us.
All right. First, let's see some examples of using get in real life.
Get is used in so many different ways, and we hear it in almost every conversation. It can be a little tricky because it has so many meanings depending on the situation. But don't worry, we'll make it easy for you to understand and use.
Exactly. We'll break it down, practice, and by the end of this episode, you'll feel more confident using get in your daily conversations.
We're going to cover its different meanings, use it in context, and give you lots of examples so you can use it just like a native speaker. Let's get started.
Introduction to get. So, let's start with the most basic and perhaps the most obvious use of the word get. This is when it means to obtain or receive something.
Yes. So when you get something, it means you either buy it, receive it, or obtain it. For example, I get a lot of emails every day. I get a paycheck at the end of the month. I got a gift for my birthday. I get a discount when I shop there. She got an invitation to the party. We get fresh produce from the farmer's market. He got a new phone for his birthday. I get a lot of support from my friends. They get free tickets for the concert. I got a chance to meet my favorite author.
Exactly. Or, I got a gift for my birthday. So you see, get is great for talking about receiving things. It's used when you obtain something, whether it's physical like a gift or abstract like a feeling.
Yes, and we also use get to talk about getting something that is given to you or that you buy. For example, I'm going to the store to get some bread. I need to get my passport from the post office. I need to get a new phone. She went to the library to get a book. I need to get a cup of coffee before work. They're going to get some new furniture for the house. I'm planning to get a haircut this weekend. We should get tickets for the concert before they sell out. I need to get a new charger for my laptop. He went to the garage to get the tools for fixing the car.
You might also hear people say, I get a coffee every morning. I got the book I ordered online. I get a lot of information from social media. I get a massage once a month to relax. She got the job she applied for last week. They get a lot of compliments on their new outfits. I get a headache if I don't drink enough water. He got the results from his medical test yesterday. We get a lot of visitors during the holiday season. I get anxious before speaking in front of a crowd.
Now, another common way to use get is when talking about arriving or reaching a place. For example, I need to get to the airport early. What time will you get here? I'll get to the office by 9 a.m. I need to get to the meeting on time. How do I get to the nearest train station? We're planning to get to the beach before sunset. He got to the party late because of traffic. She's trying to get to the concert before it starts. I'll get to the restaurant around 7 p.m. They're getting to the hotel after a long flight.
It's used to talk about movement or arrival. For example, it's going to take me about 30 minutes to get to work. I got to the restaurant at 7 p.m. I'm still trying to get to the gym, but I'm running late. It took me an hour to get to the airport. We got to the theater just in time for the movie. I need to get to the bus stop before it leaves. He finally got to his destination after a long drive. She's trying to get to her friend's house by 4 p.m. I'll get to the store as soon as I finish this task. They got to the concert early to get good seats.
Exactly. And you might also say, how do I get to the museum from here? How long will it take you to get home? I'll get the bus to work every day. Can you show me how to get to the nearest hospital? I'll get a taxi to the airport tomorrow. Do you know how to get to the subway station from here? It usually takes me 20 minutes to get to school. She gets to work by bike every morning. How do I get to the park from this street? He gets home late because of his long commute.
Right. You'll often hear people use get to talk about transportation, too. Phrases like, I get a taxi when it rains. I'll get the train to the city center. I like to get a ride from my friend when I'm too tired to drive. I get the bus to work every morning. She usually gets a ride from her brother to school. We'll get a shuttle to the hotel when we arrive. He always gets a bike to the park in the afternoon. I prefer to get the subway because it's faster. They get a car service when they travel for business. I'll get a lift from my neighbor if it's too late to walk.
Getting emotions and states. Let's now look at a slightly different use of get. We use it to talk about becoming or changing states. For example, I'm starting to get tired. She got angry when she heard the news. I get so nervous before public speaking. I'm getting hungry after that long meeting. He got upset when his favorite team lost. They get excited when they go on vacation. She's starting to get frustrated with the project. I get stressed when I have too much to do. He got really sad after the movie ended. I'm getting better at playing the piano.
Yes, this is one of the more emotional uses of get. For example, he got upset after the meeting. I don't want to get stressed out. I feel like I'm getting more confident in my English skills. She got really excited when she received the news. I'm starting to get frustrated with all these delays. They got disappointed when their plans fell through. He's getting more comfortable with his new job. I get overwhelmed when there's too much noise. She got worried about her upcoming exam. I'm getting more relaxed after my vacation.
Right. We also say, she got very excited about the surprise party. I'm getting better at cooking. He got tired after the workout. She got nervous before her presentation. I'm getting more skilled at playing the guitar. They got frustrated when the project didn't go as planned. He got really emotional when he saw the pictures. I'm getting more relaxed after a long day at work. She got sick after eating something bad. He's getting stronger after a few months of training.
So, as you can see, get is a great way to describe a change in feeling, mood, or mental state.
Common phrasal verbs with get. Now, let's talk about phrasal verbs with get. There are so many of them. For example, get along means to have a good relationship with someone. I really get along with my colleagues. I get along with my neighbors really well. We get by with what we have until we can afford more. I need to get ahead in my studies if I want to graduate early. He gets back from his trip tomorrow. She got over her cold after a few days of rest. They get through the tough times by supporting each other. I'm trying to get over my fear of public speaking. We got together last weekend to celebrate her birthday.
That's right. If you get along with someone, it means you don't have problems with them and you work or interact easily together. Another useful one is get by, which means to manage or survive in a difficult situation. I don't have much money, but I get by. I have a small apartment, but it's enough, I get by. Even though the job is tough, I get by with a positive attitude. She doesn't earn much, but she gets by with her savings. We get by on a tight budget each month. Despite the challenges, they manage to get by. He's not making a lot of money, but he gets by just fine. They get by in the city without a car, relying on public transport. I'm not rich, but I get by with what I have.
Yes. And then there's get over, which means to recover from something. I got over my cold after a few days. It took me a long time to get over the breakup. He got over his fear of speaking in public with practice. It took me a while to get over the shock of the news. She got over her disappointment and moved on. I'm still trying to get over my jet lag after the long flight. They got over their argument and made up quickly. It was hard, but I eventually got over the loss of my pet. He's finally starting to get over his injury and can walk again.
Another great one is get through, which means to endure or finish something difficult. I had to get through a long meeting today. It was hard to get through that assignment, but I finished it. She had to get through a tough workout before feeling satisfied. I got through the exam even though it was really challenging. We managed to get through the storm safely. He got through the long interview and was offered the job. It took all day, but I finally got through the paperwork. They got through the difficult times with a lot of support. I had to get through my fear of flying on the way to the conference.
Then there's get together, which means to meet or gather with someone. Let's get together for dinner sometime. We should get together this weekend to study. We should get together soon to catch up. Let's get together at the cafe later today. They're planning to get together for a barbecue this Saturday. I can't wait to get together with my family for the holidays. Let's get together after work for a quick coffee. We're getting together with friends to watch the game tonight. How about we get together next week to discuss the project?
Exactly. And there's also get ahead, which means to succeed or progress in life. He worked hard to get ahead in his career. If you want to get ahead, you have to put in the effort. She took extra courses to get ahead in her studies. He's always looking for ways to get ahead in business. If you want to get ahead in life, you need to set clear goals. They work together to get ahead in the competition. He's determined to get ahead by learning new skills. She's focused on getting ahead by networking with industry leaders. By staying organized, I can get ahead of my deadlines.
You'll also hear get back, which means to return to a place or a situation. I'll get back to you on that email later. I need to get back to work after lunch. I'll get back to you as soon as I finish this task. She plans to get back to the office next week. I need to get back home before it gets too late. He'll get back to his exercise routine after his recovery. I'll get back to you with the details after I check. We'll get back to the project once we have more information. After the break, I'll get back to reading the report. Expressing time with get. Now, let's talk about time and how we use get to express time-related actions. We often hear phrases like, it takes time. For example, it takes time to learn a new language. It takes time to get comfortable with a new routine. It takes time to get used to a new job. It takes time to get over a difficult experience. It takes time to get to know someone deeply. It takes time to get back to your normal self after a setback. It takes time to get through a tough situation. It takes time to get a hang of new software. It takes time to get ahead in a competitive field. It takes time to get your business off the ground.
Yes, learning English takes time and practice. So when we use get in time expressions, it's often about how much time something requires or how long something takes.
You can also say, it'll get dark soon, which means the night will come. How long will it get to finish this task? It'll get late if we don't leave soon. How long will it get to reach the airport from here? It's going to get warmer this afternoon. It will get busy at the store closer to the weekend. How long will it get to get through this traffic? It's getting darker earlier now that it's winter. It'll get cold tonight, so don't forget your jacket. It'll get easier once you get the hang of it. It'll get better with more practice.
Exactly. Another example. It'll take about 30 minutes to get there. We need to get ready for the meeting. It'll take some time to get everything organized. We need to get going if we want to catch the train. It'll take a while to get through all these emails. I need to get prepared for the interview tomorrow. It'll take about an hour to get to the restaurant. We should get started on the project soon. It'll take a few days to get the results from the test. I need to get in shape before the marathon. It'll take some time to get the system up and running.
And don't forget get ready. When you're preparing for something, you often say, I need to get ready for the party. I need to get my things together before I leave. I need to get ready for the meeting in an hour. She's getting ready for her trip to Europe. We need to get ready for the exam next week. I have to get my notes together before the presentation. He's getting ready for the big game this weekend. They need to get ready for the wedding ceremony. I'll get ready for dinner while you finish the work. We should get ready for the storm by securing the windows. I'm getting ready to leave for the airport in 30 minutes.
Right. Get ready is a very common phrase when we're preparing for something. You can also say, I'll get ready in 10 minutes.
Another way we use get is when talking about understanding or comprehending something. For example, I don't get this joke. Do you get what I mean? She didn't get the concept until the explanation. I get how you feel about the situation. Do you get the point I'm trying to make? He doesn't get the importance of the meeting. I didn't get the instructions. Could you explain again? She got the message loud and clear. It took me a while to get the idea behind the new project.
When we use get in this way, it's about grasping information or making sense of something. For example, I didn't get the directions, so I got lost. She gets the basic idea, but still needs to learn more details. He finally got the concept after some practice. I get confused when they explain things too quickly. You'll get it after a bit more explanation. I got the news about the event just this morning. He didn't get why everyone was so upset. She got what I meant after I explained the situation. He didn't get the full picture until he saw the report.
Causing or making something happen. Next, let's look at get used to talk about causing something to happen or making something work. For example, I need to get my car fixed. She got the children to clean their rooms. Can you get him to help with the project? I got my colleague to cover for me while I was out. He can't seem to get his computer to work. We need to get the team involved in the discussion. I'll get the waiter to bring the check for us. He tried to get the dog to follow him, but it didn't work. They managed to get the system up and running again.
Exactly. When you use get in this way, it's about influencing, motivating, or making something happen. For example, I'm trying to get the kids to bed before 9 p.m. Can you get the report done by tomorrow morning? He got his friend to lend him a hand with the project. I'll get them to help with the presentation this afternoon. She got everyone to join in on the discussion. Don't worry, I'll get it sorted out. He's trying to get the server to work again after the crash. Let me get my boss to approve the new schedule.
Expressing physical or mental ability. Another way get is used is to express ability, either physical or mental. For example, I can't get the door open. He can't get his computer to work. Can you get this to me by 5 p.m.? I finally got the hang of the new software. She can't get her thoughts together in the meeting. Do you think I can get through all this work today? I can't get enough sleep these days. They finally got their act together for the presentation. He got himself to the top of the mountain after hours of climbing.
Yes, and get in this case shows that you either have the ability to do something or you are struggling with it. For example, she couldn't get her mind off the meeting. Do you think we'll get the project finished by the deadline? I can get the car to start, but it's been acting strange. He got through the entire interview without feeling nervous. She can get a lot of work done in just a few hours. Can you get this done without any help? I'll get my presentation ready in time for the meeting. We can get the task completed by 3 p.m. if we focus.
Arranging or organizing something. Get is also used when we talk about organizing or arranging things. For example, we need to get the meeting scheduled. I'll get the tickets for the concert. Let's get a carpool together for the event. Can you get the materials ready for the presentation? I'll get the team on board with this plan. We need to get the dates fixed for our next team gathering. I'll get the files organized before I leave for the day. They got the room prepared for the seminar. He got all the details arranged for the event next week.
That's right. When we use get for arranging or organizing, it's about setting things up for something to happen. For example, I'll get the order placed before the deadline. We need to get the presentation scheduled for next week. Let's get the meeting space reserved ahead of time. I'll get the materials delivered to the office by tomorrow. Let's get everything prepared before the guests arrive. She'll get the details sorted for the next project phase. I need to get the final draft sent to the boss by 3 p.m. We need to get the guest list finalized by tomorrow.
Get plus someone to do something. When we use get in this way, we talk about persuading or requesting someone to do something. For example, I need to get him to help me with my homework. Can you get her to join us for dinner? He tried to get me to stay longer at the party. She got her brother to help her move the furniture. I'll get them to send the package to the office. We're trying to get the team to finish the report by tomorrow. She got the children to clean their rooms. They managed to get the project completed on time.
Exactly. So, get, in this case, means influencing someone to take action. You can also say, I got him to agree to our plan. Can you get her to call me back? They got their neighbors to help with the yard work.
Get plus something done. Another way we use get is to express having something completed or achieving a result. For example, I need to get the report done before 5 p.m. He got the job done ahead of schedule. I'll get the laundry done after dinner. They got the house cleaned before the guests arrived. I have to get this assignment done by tomorrow. She got her homework done in an hour.
Exactly. It's about achieving something or finishing a task. You can also say, I got the documents signed by the boss. He got the car washed after work. They got the event set up in no time.
Get across. Get can also mean to successfully communicate or explain something. For example, it's hard to get my point across in the meeting. He didn't get the joke until I explained it. I'll make sure to get the idea across clearly. We need to get the instructions across to the new employees. She struggled to get the concept across during the presentation. I finally got the message across to the team.
Exactly. It's all about making sure people understand you. You can also say, she couldn't get her argument across to the manager. I'm trying to get my opinion across without sounding rude.
Get away with. Get away with means to avoid punishment for something you've done wrong. For example, he got away with cheating on the exam. She tried to get away with skipping class, but the teacher noticed. They got away with stealing from the store. I can't believe he got away with that mistake. He thought he could get away with lying, but he got caught.
It's used when someone does something wrong but faces no consequences. You can also say, they think they can get away with not paying rent. I can't believe he got away with that comment.
Get out of. When we use get out of, it means avoiding doing something, usually a responsibility. For example, I tried to get out of going to the meeting. He managed to get out of doing his chores. They got out of working overtime by pretending to be sick. She tried to get out of making dinner, but it didn't work. I need to get out of going to the dentist tomorrow.
Exactly. It's used when you want to avoid an obligation. You can also say, he got out of doing his homework by claiming he didn't understand it. They got out of paying the fine because they had the receipt.
Get down. Get down is used when something or someone is lowered or moves from a higher position. For example, please get down from the ladder, it's dangerous. He told the kids to get down from the tree. They had to get down from the roof before the rain started. I need to get down to the ground floor quickly.
Exactly. It's about descending or lowering something. You can also say, she got down from the stage after her performance. We had to get down before the fire alarm went off.
Get over. When we use get over, we talk about recovering from something like an illness or an emotional event. For example, I finally got over my cold after a few days. He's trying to get over the loss of his pet. They got over their argument and made up. It took me a while to get over my breakup. He got over his fear of public speaking with practice.
It's all about moving past something difficult.
You can also say, she got over the shock of the news pretty quickly. It took him a while to get over the disappointment of not getting the job. Get through. Get through means to endure or finish something challenging. For example, I had to get through a tough meeting this morning. We need to get through all these tasks before the deadline. They managed to get through the storm without any issues. He got through his presentation without any mistakes. I got through the exam, but it was tough.
Exactly. It's about persevering or completing something difficult. You can also say, they got through the busy week with a lot of teamwork. I had to get through the long flight to finally arrive.
Get together. Get together is used when we talk about meeting or gathering with someone. For example, let's get together for coffee this weekend. They are planning to get together for a barbecue. We should get together soon and catch up. I'll get together with my family for the holidays. We need to get together to discuss the project.
Exactly. It's about making plans to meet with others. You can also say, let's get together after work and grab dinner. I can't wait to get together with my friends next week.
Get ahead. Get ahead is used to describe making progress or succeeding in something. For example, he worked hard to get ahead in his career. She took extra courses to get ahead in her studies. We need to get ahead of the competition. If you want to get ahead in life, you need to set goals. He's determined to get ahead by learning new skills.
It's about progressing or moving forward in life. You can also say, she's trying to get ahead by networking with industry leaders. I'm working hard to get ahead in the project.
Get back. Get back means to return to a place or situation. For example, I'll get back to you after I finish my meeting. She plans to get back to the office next week. They got back from their vacation yesterday. He's getting back into his routine after the holiday. We should get back to the main topic of the discussion.
Exactly. It's about returning or resuming something. You can also say, I'll get back to you once I've finished this task. They got back to work after the lunch break.
All right, James, let's practice using get in a more detailed conversation. We're at a cafe, and we're catching up over some drinks. Asterisk, asterisk, James, I'll get a coffee. What will you get?
I'll get a cappuccino. Thanks for asking. Do you want to get a double shot, or is a single shot enough for you today?
A double shot sounds perfect. I really need the boost. Let's get a table by the window so we can watch people walk by while we drink.
Good choice. I'll get our drinks and bring them over. You can get the best spot by the window. Do you want to get a pastry to go with your coffee?
Sure, I'll get something sweet. How about a croissant?
Sounds great. I'll get that for you too while I'm at the counter.
Thanks, James. By the way, have you gotten the email from the boss yet? She mentioned sending an update this morning.
Yes, I got it just after I got to the office. She's assigned us some new tasks for the project. I need to get back to her with the report by noon, but I'm still gathering all the data.
Wow, that's a tight deadline. I'm sure you'll get it done in time. Do you need help with anything? Maybe I can get started on the presentation slides while you finish the report.
That would be awesome, Rose. I'm trying to get through the numbers, but I might need to get some help from Mark with the calculations. He's always great with that kind of thing.
Perfect. Mark can get the calculations done quickly, and you can focus on the rest of the report. Once you get the data from him, it'll be smooth sailing.
I agree. Once I get the final data from Mark, I can get it into the report format and send it to the boss before noon. I'm hoping we'll get ahead of schedule this time.
I'm sure you will. You always get it done, no matter how tight the deadline. How about we get together for lunch afterward? We've been working hard all morning.
Lunch sounds perfect. I'll get back to the office after we eat, but I think we both deserve a break. What do you feel like having?
How about that little Italian place down the street? We can get some pasta and relax for a bit. I've been craving their carbonara.
Sounds amazing. I'll get our order in while we're finishing our coffee. After we get our food, we can sit down and enjoy a little break before getting back to work.
That's the plan. I need to get some client feedback on my design drafts before I can move forward with my project. I'll get that done later today, and then I can get everything updated and ready for next week.
Great idea. After we get the client feedback, you'll be able to make the changes quickly. Once I get the report to the boss, I'll focus on preparing for the team meeting next week.
Perfect. We're both on track to get everything done. Let's make sure we get it all done so we can enjoy the weekend without any work hanging over us.
Absolutely. We'll get everything wrapped up today, and then we can both get some much-needed rest. Let's get our drinks, and we can head over to the restaurant afterward.
Sounds like a plan. We'll get everything done, then get to lunch and finally get some time to ourselves.
Exactly. Let's get started and get things done. We've got this.
Well, there you have it. Get is one of the most used verbs in the English language, and as you can see, it can be used in so many different ways.
That's right. From receiving things to moving to a place, to feeling emotions and even using phrasal verbs, get is a word that you'll use all the time.
So, the key takeaway is practice using get in real-life situations. The more you use it, the more natural it will feel.
Exactly. Keep practicing and soon enough, get will become second nature to you.
Before we end, we have one last question for you. What is something you get every day? Do you get a cup of coffee? Do you get your work done on time? Or do you get a good night's sleep? Let us know in the comments below.
We love reading your responses, and we read every single one. Your answers help us make better content for you.
Thank you so much for learning with us today. We hope this podcast helped you understand how to use get in many different ways.
You're doing an amazing job. Keep practicing, and we'll see you next time for another fun lesson.
Take care and get better every day. Bye for now.